the emotional appeal, and the critical mistake every time they go outside in the winter. You could be causing invisible and debilitating pain. It's a terrifying truth I had to face with my 13-year-old dog, Lily, and it's the most common mistake made by owners of senior dogs in cold climates. 2 years ago, winter was just beginning. Lily still loved our short walks, but I started noticing a subtle and heartbreaking routine. The moment we crossed the threshold of the house, she would start shaking her paw frantically, lifting it high and desperately licking her feet. I saw the slight, subtle tremor, the look of silent suffering in her eyes, and I kept telling myself, she's just cold. It's just the weather. I considered myself a conscientious dog owner, but I was blind to what I didn't know. I was making a critical and painful mistake that was accelerating her joint problems. It wasn't the cold, it was the sidewalk. It was the ice-melting salt. The very thing designed to help us walk safely was designed to harm her. It was the corrosive chemical salt. I need you to know this information because it's the hidden key to her comfort in the winter. If you're here because you believe in a second chance and a dignified final chapter for your pet, please take a second and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription is a hug to our entire community. We are on a mission to provide them with the last years they deserve. The science of invisible burns and toxic ingestion. Let's delve into the terrifying science. The ice-melting salt, you see often mixed with harsh chemicals like magnesium chloride, is a powerful dehydrator. It strips all the moisture from the paw pad, causing small, painful cracks, like chapped lips, but on their feet. The scientific term is chemical corrosion and extreme dehydration. These microfissures are exposed to abrasive and sharp salt crystals and the toxic chemicals present in ice melt. They penetrate deep into the most sensitive part of the paw. This causes agonizing, burning pain. The pain is so intense that they start shifting their body weight, which puts abnormal pressure on already fragile hips and spine, directly accelerating arthritis. But that's only half the danger. The moment you get inside, what's the first thing your dog does to relieve the burning? They lick. They lick compulsively. And with every lick, they ingest a cocktail of industrial salts and chemicals that can cause serious gastrointestinal problems, inflammation, and, even worse, systemic poisoning. I had to face the possibility that my unconscious actions were poisoning my dog. The fear of that made me change everything. The failure of common solutions, boots and Vaseline. I tried all the easy solutions out there. First, the cute winter boots. They look good on Instagram, but for an elderly dog, they represent a complete loss of dignity and stability. They struggle to balance. They lose the essential grip they need on hardwood floors, which is crucial to prevent slips and falls that lead to hip and spine trauma. Lily froze, refused to walk, and struggled so much that she risked injuring herself. The boots completely failed, sacrificing her physical and emotional dignity. Next, the common remedy, petroleum-based ointments, like Vaseline. My veterinarian was emphatic. This is a big mistake. Vaseline is occlusive. It creates a film that traps dirt, bacteria, and most importantly, prevents the paw from breathing and naturally regulating its moisture. It doesn't actively repel corrosive salts. And let's be honest, the waste and mess on the floor of the house were unacceptable. I felt completely desperate. I was sacrificing our winter walks her last joy because I could find a solution that would protect her without compromising her dignity. In-depth analysis. Why Musher's secret is the gold standard. I needed to go beyond pet stores and research with professional dog handlers. People whose dogs live in extreme environments with high concentrations of salt and ice. I delved into the world of sled dogs, the Iditarod and Canadian winter experts. And that's where I discovered the gold standard. Musher's Secret Paw Protection Wax. This isn't just any ordinary balm. This product was developed in Canada decades ago, specifically to protect sled dogs against the most brutal and aggressive conditions imaginable. Sharp ice, compacted snow, and extremely low temperatures. It's the gold standard in high performance, non-toxic paw care. Why does it work where all other products fail? It's the composition and the science behind it. It's a blend of 100% natural and food-safe waxes, beeswax, carnauba wax, and candelilla wax enriched with vitamin E. The key term is semi-permeable barrier. Unlike petroleum jelly, this wax is absorbed by the paw pads, creating a dense barrier that actively repels salt, sharp ice, and corrosive chemicals. But, crucially, it allows the paw to breathe and perspire naturally. The paw remains hydrated from the inside, but completely protected from external toxins. This is the chemical-free, animal welfare-respecting solution I was looking for. It means a pain-free walk and zero risk of toxin ingestion when they lick their paws. The ritual, the real-life proof, and the call to action, the application, is simple. But the ritual itself is what changes your life. It becomes a quiet moment of connection. Before each walk, and I mean every walk in the winter, you take a small amount, about the size of a fingernail, warm it between your fingers, and gently massage it into the paw pads, paying close attention to the area between the toes, where snow tends to accumulate and salt burns begin. Wipe off any excess. It absorbs in seconds and doesn't stain your carpet, I promise. You should reapply before bedtime, like a deep moisturizer, especially if the paws are already cracked, using it as a soothing massage. A few days after starting this routine, Lily's frantic paw licking stopped completely. The slight tremor disappeared. She walked confidently again. The difference was enormous. It gave her back the joy of winter. It gave me back my peace of mind. This is the indispensable step for conscious winter care. It's a one-time purchase that lasts a long time and restores dignity to your senior dog. I use this exact one, Musher's Secret Paw Protection Wax. Since I only recommend products I use in my own home, I've included a direct link to the one I trust, and the one that worked for Lily in the description below. Click the link right now. https://amzn244qxezo. Don't wait until the paw pads are bleeding or cracked. Invest in pain-free walks for your dog today. Dignity, conscious love, and the final farewell. Why do we dedicate so much time to a paw balm? Because, for an elderly soul, every little movement matters. Every step is an act of courage. When we provide them with the simple comfort of a pain-free paw, we are communicating love in their language. We are giving them back their dignity, their confidence, and the simple joy of smelling the world outside. That's what conscious love means, paying attention to the invisible signs. The signs that are fading, and acting with knowledge and empathy. The walk outside is their ritual, their joy, and their last act of independence. By providing this simple, scientific barrier, we give them back their dignity. Watch them walk confidently again. Watch them enjoy the winter. That is the true reward. Thank you for joining me on this mission. Please, if this video helped you understand the silent danger of salt on sidewalks, comment paw dignity below. Share this video.